Hello gamers, this is Spike the Retro Gamer. Capcom is re-releasing Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. Is it a good idea? Can we consider this an actual re-release of a classic or an official bootleg? Let's talk about it. This week, it was announced that Capcom was re-releasing the Street Fighter 2 SNES cartridge to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Street Fighter. Produced in conjunction with IM 8-bit, the cartridge is considered a collector's edition and will cost $100. I have to admit, I got pretty excited with the news of a classic game being re-released, despite the $100 price sticker. So I went to IM 8-bit to take a look at this. The package includes a working SNES cartridge that plays Street Fighter 2 and will come in two colors: opaque rear red or translucent glow-in-the-dark Blanca green. It will be a limited edition of about 5,500, with 1,000 of those being the glow-in-the-dark Blanca green, randomly distributed. Consequentially, the other 4,500 will be the real red. This probably means that when you order the collector's edition, we will not be able to know which cartridge will come inside your box, which probably will make the glow-in-the-dark cartridge even more collectible than the red one. It will also include an embossed tri-fold box that will have both gloss and foil finishing, as well as a premium instruction manual, and other secret goodies that will only be revealed when the box is opened, so who knows what those will be. The package design and restoration is going to be made by Django Snow Art and Design, with Retrotainment Games in charge of the manufacturing. IM 8-bit also announced that this is part of the Legacy cartridge collection, so they are probably planning to make even more like these, which might be good news for collectors. Now, I wonder, are these going to be more Capcom titles? Will be SNES only, or can we expect NES or Genesis cartridges as well? The details are still unknown, and we have to wait and see. For those that do not know, IM 8-bit is an online store that sells game-related merchandise, like t-shirts, plush toys, magnets, and all sorts of trinkets for the gaming enthusiast. Now they have decided to invest in retro gaming publishing, it seems. Are we seeing some sort of retro limited run games happening here? Well, maybe. The retro console marketing is as strong as ever right now. Last year we saw the botched release of the NES Mini. In 2017 we will have the SNES Classic Mini that is already sold out of pre-orders everywhere. Even GameStop not long ago started to sell retro consoles and games on its online store. But for now, the IM 8-bit website does not give any further details on what this Legacy cartridge collection really is, so we will definitely have to wait and see, but it seems promising. Now, if you've been to their website to order this collection already, you'll soon realize that the Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Edition is sold out. However, it's still unclear if all the 5,500 cartridges are actually sold out or if they store some to be sold on the release date. So if you're looking to get one of those, you may have to wait and see what will happen. Or resource to eBay, where I spotted a couple of scalpers already selling their pre-orders for about $600. So good luck finding one. The Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Edition will start shipping late November for those that were able to pre-order them, according to the website. Now, even though the news of a classic game re-release is always welcome, there are some concerning issues with this project. At the bottom of the page for the Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Edition, there is a disclaimer that really caught my attention and made me raise an eyebrow. Essentially, the warning says, quote, "Use of this reproduction game cartridge, the product, on the SNES gaming hardware may cause the SNES console to overheat or catch fire," unquote. Advising you to make sure you have fire extinguishment equipment nearby. It also states at the bottom that Nintendo of America is in no way associated with this product. So, let me understand this. They are covering the asses in the case your SNES catches on fire if you use this cartridge? I mean, really, IM 8-bit and Capcom? Are you trying to say that your product may catch fire if you use on SNES hardware? So if you're one of the lucky people that were able to place a pre-order on this, you better invest in a fire extinguisher and leave it nearby while trying to play the Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Legacy Cartridge Collection Edition. Otherwise, you may get your house on fire. That's what they're saying. The disclaimer generated many humorous and concerning tweets, and among those, GameSack, one of my favorite YouTube creators, tweeted at IM 8-bit, quote, "The SNES can't catch fire. The CPU is too slow for that. Hell, it probably gets colder when it's powered on. No blast processing," unquote. which is a funny reference to the 90s console wars between Nintendo and Sega. GameSack also said, quote, "The new Street Fighter 2 card from IM8-bit makes your SNES overheat and catch fire? What kind of components are Retrotainment Games using?" Unquote. Which prompted a response from IM8-bit, quote, "It's a precautionary warning regarding the age of SNES-compatible retro hardware. We're only making the card, not the system," unquote. And that seems to be their standard response to the issue. We honestly hope it's just that, a precaution. Which brought me another thought. Can we consider these cartridges legit SNES cartridges? The disclaimer itself mentions that this product is in no way associated with Nintendo, so it's not being manufactured by Nintendo, and it uses labels and box art that do not have any reference to Nintendo or the SNES for that matter. So in my opinion, this is more like a licensed by Capcom bootleg cartridge made by Retrotainment Games. Look, I have never tried any of Retrotainment Games products, and I'm sure they are probably a quality product. However, in my opinion, the Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Edition is just a bootleg copy, a reproduction or whatever you'd like to name it. It's not an official Nintendo product. It's just that, a repro card, with repro labels, on a fancy new box with manual, and a few knickknacks to please the collectors. My advice to you, if you do not want to risk your SNES or your house catching on fire, or don't feel like shelling $600 on a cartridge with a different color on a fancy box, go for the original. Original Street Fighter 2 cartridges are pretty common, and you can get an original licensed by Nintendo cartridge for around $10 on eBay. A complete in-box with manual, all original, may cost you between $25 and $30. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Plus, the risk of them catching on fire is 0 to none. If you are a retro gamer like me that also collects old games, you'd probably prefer the original card with original box and manual anyway. However, if you have deep pockets and you want to spend top dollar on a fancy reproduction, go for the IM8-bit version. Now, don't get me wrong if you think I'm just bashing IM8-bit or Capcom for putting out these products. I'm not. I think it's a great idea to bring back these classics, and I would like to see more of them. However, I think these should be priced accordingly. $100 for a cartridge for a game that can be easily picked up on eBay for a cost that is much lower, it's not justifiable, even with cool colors and a nice box. Then again, I can't avoid comparing this to limited run games. The difference here is that limited run games will price their PS4 or PS Vita games at the $24.99 to $29.99 bracket most of the times. Limited editions are usually less than $60. They had the already sold out East Origins for the PS Vita Collector's Edition for $54.99, and it included a number of goodies like 72-page art book, poster, and big box with spot UV and embossing. A really nice release at an affordable price. Plus, these games cannot be found anywhere else in physical form. It's not like I can go right now on eBay and get a loose cartridge of East Origins for the Vita for just $10. I just can't. Another comparison I can't avoid making is with the physical release of Shovel Knight for the Vita. Shovel Knight is one of my favorite modern games that pay homage to the 8-bit era of console games, and I recently was able to pick up a copy from Fangamer. Fangamer is another website specializing to gaming collectibles that decided to publish a limited run of physical Vita versions of the game for only $25. And it also came with a nice manual, all for $25 plus $4 shipping. It was pretty much the same price as the digital version, but in physical form. Another example of a product that was priced accordingly. Plus, Fangamer gave us plenty of time to pre-order this, and even for weeks after the release, you could still pick the game on their website for the same price. Talking about shipping, many gamers that pre-ordered the Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Edition have complaining about the $24.31 shipping on checkout. Really, I am 8-bit? $24.31 to ship a box within the United States? Do you know you can ship this flat rate priority mail for half that price? At this point, you're just ripping off customers. In conclusion, I think re-releasing classics is an awesome idea. I just think this has to be handled better, much better, and priced accordingly. I hope to see more of these releases in the future, for other classic games in many different cartridge-based consoles, NES, SNES, Genesis, Master System. Any cartridge-based console release is welcome, but call it what it is, a repro, and price it accordingly. Also, it would be nice if they could bring games that are really hard to get in physical version, like Contra 3 Alien Wars on the SNES or Castlevania Bloodlines on the Sega Genesis. Or if the games must be from Capcom, do Captain Commando or Ghosts and Ghosts for the Genesis or Super Nintendo. Those will be really welcome re-releases. But please, Capcom and IM8-bit, please handle this better the next time. If your product is so cheaply made that you can't warrant it will not catch on fire if used on a 20-year-old console, please just don't release it. If you're going to charge excess shipping from your customers, just don't do it, okay? People have access to the internet. Anyone can figure out shipping rates these days. Even if you ship this next day, it probably will not be $24. Well, that's it for this video. Do you agree with me? What games would you like to see re-released and for which console? Please let us know in the comments below. We are a new gaming channel on YouTube and we are going to put a lot of retro gaming content from now on, so subscribe now and don't miss our next videos. Thanks for watching and have a good one.